Hello everybody. Today we are going to brush up on our use of adjectives, adverbs, as well as means of showing degrees of comparison between them. So let's start with some examples as usual. I want you to try to find the adverbs and the adjectives in this first sentence. I've just realized I haven't told you yet what my family looks like. Have you got it yet? Correct. It's just. So just here is an adverb, but what is this adverb doing? Right, it's talking about time. I've just realized, just a moment ago realized that I haven't told you this. And it's working on the verb told. So in our second example, he is still quite fit because he goes jogging every morning. Here, still and quite are adverbs, but this time they're not working on a verb. Instead, they're working on the adjective fit, because we can use adverbs also to discuss adjectives. So, still, in this case, refers to how long or during what period of time an adjective is applicable, or it is true. He is still fit. He is, at this moment, very, very fit. And we also have this word quite. Quite, in this case, shows degree. You could ask me, how fit is he? And I would answer, very. Now, for a third example, my dad is very handsome, but I'm a bit biased. Here, very works almost exactly the same way as quite. It is showing the degree of something. How handsome is he? He is very, very handsome. And the same thing for a bit. Both of these are showing the degree to which the adjective is true. And the fourth example, I don't like mean, greedy people. Here, mean and greedy are describing people. They are adjectives. And they are telling me more information about these people that I don't like. Speaking in grammatical terms, adjectives describe nouns. They can describe things, and they tell me more about them. However, adverbs describe everything else. Here, an adverb can describe an adjective, a verb, or even other adverbs. And now we have some examples of adjectives and adverbs, and I want us to talk about who or what they are describing. So first, one of my favorite things, a pretty woman. Right, so pretty here describes the woman. It describes her physical beauty, what she looks like. Or another example, a dear child. Here, dear is telling me how valued the child is, how important the child is to me, to whomever. But it tells me about how much the child is valued and loved. Another example is thick or fat dogs. Right, here it's telling me about the appearance of the dog. Is he skinny? Or has he had a little bit too much to eat for a very long time? And a fourth example, an expensive car. Here, this adjective, expensive, is telling us about the price of the car. Is it cheap? Is it reasonably priced? Or is it, in fact, the kind of car that we all want? An expensive car. One more example. Crowded streets. Here, crowded is telling me about the number of people on the streets. Are they empty? Or are they crowded, just like the street outside of this building? And for some examples of adverbs, we have to do immediately or to speak quickly. Here, in both of these examples, my adverbs are describing verbs. They're describing the way an action is being done. However, I can also say something like quite reserved, very busy, and also extremely talented, rather noisy. Here, all of these adverbs are describing adjectives. So, to summarize, adverbs answer the following questions: how, where, when, or to what extent. And adjectives tell us which and what kind of. However, I would like to bring our attention to the order of adjectives contained within a sentence, because there is a specific and a correct order to constructing phrases with adjectives. So let's start very simply. A bag. But maybe I want to describe, well, what I think about the bag. And then I can say, a nice bag. Or I want to tell you about the size. A nice small bag. And maybe I also want to tell you about the age. A nice small new bag. And maybe I also want to include some information about the shape. A nice small new rectangular bag. But maybe I want to tell you that it's black as well. So a nice small new rectangular black bag. But maybe it's Italian, and I think you should know. So it's now a nice small new rectangular black Italian bag. But like all the best Italian bags, it's also made from leather. So now it becomes a nice small new rectangular black Italian leather bag. And maybe finally I want to tell you what I bought it for. So it's a nice small new rectangular black Italian leather evening bag. So please remember that the correct order of adjectives is as follows: opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, and then finally the noun.